Oh, thank goodness. Okay, I was actually scared. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Hello, everybody. It's me, Rikku, and I'm here with old school Runescape. But we're gonna keep using the TV because I like the TV, and you can probably hear the game right now. But I'm just gonna wait just a bit to show you guys. As oh boy, does this game? Ooh, I think that's centered. I can't even tell. My favorite game. I love this game. I love all the things people have done to kind of just make it work. Or if that's gonna change much. I don't know. But either way, um, I'm gonna. I really should get one of those things where my hands are up and it looks like I'm playing on controller. I should really get one of those. Yes. Hello, Demon Zuri. Hello. Way open. I open up OBS now. Yes. Yeah. I am entertaining the people. What do you require? You're already gonna break my headset if the amount of electricity you produce. Why do you do these things? Come here. I'm gonna hold you like a baby. Come here. You're having a day. I am doing well. I am oh, some reason. Oh, I know. Did not mean to press that, but that's all right. Give me a second. Ah, you bitch. You have claw. I forgot to trim your claws this weekend, didn't I? That's okay. I'll do it today. All right. Now let me. Son of a bitch. I think I was like right there. There we go. All right. Click out of that real quick. I need to bring the TV down. Okay. Yeah, bring down the TV and then we're gonna have the chat over it. That works. And then cat, do not do that. Do not just like suddenly twitch. Oh boy. Alright, here you go. You're going down. Alright. This is not fucking excuse me. I did not press 3 different things. Thank you. Uh yeah, I can definitely say I do not like it being right there, but well no, we can make it bigger actually. How does that look? I might need to increase the color of the borders later on. Yes. Today, I'm doing pretty good. I actually ate before stream once again. I'm just trying to get it so that I wake up at around 8 or 9ish, start stream earlier, and do all the things I usually do, but before stream, before like 9 o'clock. Like I eat, I do Duolingo, and all that fun stuff. But today, messing around with this as we go on. But yes, here's my favorite game, old school RuneScape. And because I don't know what resolution to do, we're just kind of have to deal with this for right now. I would like to be as wide as Jack. Those are my demands. Why is there no music playing? I might stop with this whole TV bit if, I don't know. Because right now the game... I actually don't know how far the zoom move's meant to be in this game. And I kind of want to touch anything because this game is a bit finicky right now. Alright. There we go. Like, I think maybe that was the original. Like, you couldn't see much farther than that. I do kind of like this, though, where you're able to have everything. Just, oh, I need to eat. I don't really need to press anything. Just bam, 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 right there. Yeah, I've seen some YouTubers do this for RuneScape, where they'll have it in this classic style, and I like it. I like the original, but I also like the more modern way that people have it. A Mr. Man stream. Nah, I just came to like the aesthetic of the TV. Yes, Psychotastic, it is exclusive RuneScape content. This is straight from the VHS. Oh, guys, I forgot to hit recording. There we go. You can see I'm recording because there's Bandicam at the top. I'm explaining the joke because explaining the joke is more funny than the joke itself. I miss my wife. Yes, this is just another stream of doing a really boring task, but it's not as annoying as if I were to do it on my own. Cause yeah, I could watch videos, but holy crap. Like, I feel like it ruins the video by doing this. So instead we all get to suffer together and just talk about whatever. That is a funny thing for me where I can listen to something that's interesting, but if I'm doing something like this, it just ruins it for me. Thankfully, I'm able to do Homestuck still with this and a few other things. But like, if there's a video I really want to watch, I can't do it while doing this. Not because like, oh, I'll get distracted or something. No, it's because RuneScape just does something where it's like I can't enjoy other things while I'm doing agility training. Like if I'm doing something kind of cool in this game, it's alright. I can just do whatever else. And if it's something that requires focus, I just focus on it then. Then I don't really need to listen to anything else in the background. When it comes to like agility and I think at some point rune crafting, farm runs is easy. I just have to have my notepad open for that to see where I'm going. I think hunter and agility are the banes of my existence. Thieving doesn't matter. That one I don't mind as much. But when it comes to agility, fuck it. Fuck agility. Fuck agility. Yes, everyone. How are you guys doing? How are you, Psychotastic and Kevin? Demon Surrey said it was a day, or today is a day. I just thought something. Fuck. Also, Pivot, why didn't you tell me you were making the lasagna? Why don't you tell me things anymore? Man, this brings me back. I remember having this back on some browser. I think it was Microsoft. What was it called? It wasn't Edge before. Internet Explorer. I'd have Internet Explorer open. I'd have this open. And like this would take up most of your browser. And this was just a free game. Well, of course there's membership, but remember, this was also a free game. I don't think it looked much different than this when I joined, because I think I joined in 2008? 2009? I might have joined in 2006, actually. Yeah, no. You just hop on the browser and you do this. And there's the coolest thing. Actually, no. When do kids typically start middle school? Is it 12 years old? 11, 12 years old? I think I was that old when I started RuneScape. Because my brother heard about it from some friends, and then we signed up. I should probably do some crafting, actually. What am I even building towards, actually? Do I need it for a quest? Oh. That would help, actually, to have that. Weaving, spinning, pottery, glass, jewelry? Zenite's 98. Fuck. Oh. I need 59 for trying in the swamp. You need smithing with this? Oh, fuck smithing. Fuck that. Can't. You know better. Come here. I'm gonna hold you like a baby. Come here. Come here. Alright. There we go. Still pick you up with one hand. Even though you're so hefty. Have I told you guys that Sayla's, I think, 13.5 pounds? She's a big cat. And then Char is like 14. So, like, you know, they're only a half a pound difference. I like this Sayla. You're well behaved for like a minute. And then you claw for your fucking life. You just stare at me. And then, like, in 20 seconds, you're about to act like you're in a self-defense situation. Yeah, that is a paw right there. That is a paw. What you gonna do about it? That's a paw. Meat and meat and 3 cheese lasagna. What's the 3 cheeses? Do you know who Jesus is? You don't even know cheeses? That's such a dumb joke, but I love it. Would you perhaps tell this story? If only I was clever. I don't know much, but you can ask the Italians. They know a lot about cheeses. Now that was fucking clever, and the cat got scared because I got excited. Alright, down you go. I'm so fucking proud of myself. I'm such a funny little fucker. Man, I'm so fucking funny. God. I'm gonna go to the bars this weekend and try that out. I'm gonna go to the bar in my town for the first time in like, how long have I been here? 6 years? 6 or 5 years. In the first so for the first time in 5 to 6 years of me being in this place, I'm going to the bar. I'm gonna go pick up a lady with that fucking joke, and it's gonna be so fucking cool. I'm gonna be the cool one. I'm the coolest. There's no way that doesn't fucking work. Then everyone exactly, and I didn't even have to tell them to please clap. They did it on their own free will. It's beautiful. Rikku. Though I wonder how she'll react when she learns I have an only site, a very only site that is indeed for people who may be what you call fans of me. I keep forgetting you can't say that word on Twitch because they think it's a no-no site. A no-no site. Fansly, of course. Fansly, yes, of course. Because that's only where my fans will go. Yep. 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 I'm glad we had this talk. Yep. Alright, Pinball Wizard. How good is this one? No, this is pretty nice. This is where I wish I had some like copyright-free heavy metal thrashing music to play while I'm just doing this. I love agility. The newbie melody, what's that one? I think that's the one that I actually forget where this plays. I would think like Tutorial Island or what's the other one? Lumbridge. Oh yeah, I did start working on a video yesterday. I'll probably only be like half a minute, up to a minute maybe. Will it be done anytime soon? I don't fucking know. But yeah, I did start working on it yesterday. Because I learned my external actually does work between Windows and Apple. So I'm just able to send MP4s to each one. So I can just do that. Yeah, I told myself yesterday, it's like, alright, I just need to edit something. And then I looked through what I had on my hard drive and was like, alright, a bunch of footage I'm not going to use, just going to delete that to save up some storage. Oh look, for some reason I have this one recording from Apex for some reason. Yeah, I'll make something out of it. I think one of the more time-consuming things is if I keep up that process, is I'm eventually gonna have to start looking through my my VODs and see what are moments that I guess want to highlight and edit a bit. I think at some point, I forget when, there was a point in time where I was going through some VODs and I had some marker on them where it's like, okay, this could be a good moment to use. This could be a good moment to use. I think it was the the one live stream I tried to edit live on stream. I think it was like the Fallout 4 Halloween special where we went to that one modded dungeon where we thought like fought the Cthulhian like being. Never went back to that. I think the biggest thing for that was that would have been late October that happened, unless I delayed the Halloween special like 2 weeks, which I think has been multiple times. Yeah. So then I would have had some bullshit class activity going on where it's like, I am literally too stressed to do anything except for the fact of being stressed and then stress more about the assignment I'm not doing. I love programming. It's a pain in my ass. You can do so many cool things with it, but I just feel like I have not learned enough or anything. Like, I remember one professor saying that people who kind of learn how to program without going to college learn it wrong. And I don't know, maybe I'll learn like what he really meant when I start the internship. But like the one thing he was talking about was like their code just kind of goes everywhere and they don't really like what was the word? They just don't organize them well or whatever. Whereas like everything's kind of together, they aren't easily readable. Things aren't spaced out, other things like that. But I don't think you need to go to college to learn that. Where it's like, oh hey, you know, if you're gonna be working with other people, you know, you need to make it so that other people can know what you're doing, you know, so make things easy to read, have some good variable names, and that's it. And then after that, just learn what you need to for programming. I don't think you need to pay over $30,000 to learn how to space things out. And you know what the most bullshit part was? We never learned how to do that in the classes, except in one of them. In all the classes I took, it was, you just need to make the code work. But like, the one person who was like, I was a big shot at Microsoft, my team helped code like something from like this edition of Windows, and it's just like, alright, so we have a big dick swinger in our, you know, in our field. So, why haven't you made it so that they put a more emphasis on this instead of just making the code work? Nope. That man, I don't like that guy. He was the one who gave you the I'm disappointed dad speech. Also, it was hilarious. I think shortly after him doing the I'm disappointed dad speech, I saw that there's a video on YouTube where it was a professor for a top college, and he was like, I know who cheated on this. And everyone in the a lot of the people in the comments, a lot of the top-rated comments were like, yeah, he's bluffing. Because if he knew who cheated, they would have just been banned from the class. And like the way he was saying things, like I have a record of history of like Poochie in the class, like then just fucking ban them already. Just give them the F and let's move on. I didn't come here to pay $80 to hear the I am disappointed in you, and I know who did wrong. Oh, postal service. Hello, postal Pete. Not today. Sorry I went on there for a second. I was just in my head for a second. Oh boy. Yes, hopefully I'll be starting an internship soon. I'll be able to graduate by end of next spring, and I will be a happy camper and have a job. But if I'm gonna be completely honest with you, if I could become a big name VTuber by the time I graduate, I would rather do the VTubing instead. But that requires work. That requires dedication. Things I have not done. And that's how we wind back to the start of this story of me editing that one thing. Because I will always find it funny when people are like, you gotta get like a following on Twitch or Instagram. You just need to make things that people find entertaining. Whether it's your tweets or like random photos you put on Instagram. That's it. Like I hate the social networking part. Where it's like you need to cast that little net out, and it's like I'm pretty sure if you make some funny tweets, people will eventually notice. Especially if they're relevant, like whatever's fucking going on. Like, I might do it today, or I might just never do it. I kind of want to post some pictures I made of like the GIMP mouthpiece that the one company's trying to sell. Where it's like, oh yeah, you put on the GIMP mask, and like whoever's listening to you on the other side of the call can hear you really like crystal clear or whatever. And to me, it just looked like a GIMP mask. And I was so inspired, I made like 4 or 5 edits, I think. The last one being my favorite. Because it was a businessman. He was in some weird pose where his back was showing, and like it was like one of those erotica book cover kind of things. Except like it was for business for whatever reason. So like I put the ball gag in the person's mouth. No, I'll just show it. Give me a second. Is it thumbnail image material? There we go. Yeah, I made this. Profits margin business. I fucking love this picture. And this all started because Psychotastic posted this. The one face mask thing, you know, that's supposed to like be really good for crowded places so people can hear you clearly. And all I can imagine is like the thing I've seen in movies so many times. I don't think I've even experienced it once. But again, maybe I just don't live in a big enough city. Okay, either way. All I could think of was like the stereotypical businessman with like the Bluetooth earpiece ordering something from like McDonald's or Starbucks. And like that to me was like what this was gonna lead to, where it's like instead of those guys now having the Bluetooth earpiece, they were gonna have that mask on, and they're gonna be in some call, and they're gonna have like a bunch of hand expressions, and then like, you know, whoever's taking the order is like, oh sir, would you like cream with that? And they have to take off the mask every time to answer something. And I just imagine someone at one point taking off the mask like, excuse me, don't you know I'm in the middle of a call right now? Why are you asking me these questions? And then that's where these things came from. I have a few more. A second. I just don't know where I potentially saved them. Pop John, so. Oh yeah, this is another one. So just imagine being that one mouthpiece, except now they're yelling into their phone. Because they just need something to vent their frustration and into their phone when they're on a call and it just gets a little too heated. That can go right there. How close am I to this level up? I need like 10 more laps maybe? 20? I fucking hate agility. I kind of wish I could have it so like it just slowly like, you know, does this thing. I have to edit that. Yeah, I have to do that myself. Oh my gosh, it's another Mark of Grace. Oh, I love it. I'm just remembering one of my favorite videos from Niji Sanji is one where it's the maid Psycho. And it starts off with him cracking his knuckles, looking towards the person who looks like a businessman and goes, "I'm gonna beat the shit out of you." And it just cuts to the businessman going, "What?" And proceeds to him getting his ass beat by Chaiko. Then there's another good one where he's with, I forget her name, but she's like in a plush form or whatever, and like they're doing a 3D event, and they're just having a good time, and she says something to piss him off, so she picks up like the plush model and just starts like throwing it around and just starts punching it. And they immediately cut back to like what they were doing before, and like the girl pretends she's crying as the plush, and the dude's just like, "And here we have this nice little picture," and like snaps to her and goes, "What are you crying about?" And immediately comes back and is like, "Yeah, this is a really nice picture over here." Maybe one day I'll have a 3D suit, and then you can show me off to the parents and to the grandparents as we have a grand little time around the bonfire, you know? Just a good old fun time. "Oh, dearie, who's that nice young man on the TV screen?" "That's Rikku." "I would just love to listen to him as I do my chores in the middle of the night." I'll never get over that. I'll never get over that. Man, I sure do love agility. Ooh. Yep. Again, it's not that bad. Lily, for some reason, Streamless just makes it tolerable. Like, I just don't hate it. If my grandmother said Rikku out of nowhere, I'd be very confused. Well, it just means she's a bigger fan than you, Pivot. Get over yourself. Also, she wouldn't just say Rikku. It'd probably be a compliment along with the word Rikku. Alright? She wouldn't just say Rikku out of nowhere. There'd be some build-up, there'd be context, and then there'd be the appropriate payoff. Alright? That man have flippers? He do have flippers. He do be do. I'm surprised by how much I am talking despite being tired. Not It's also because I haven't had my gamer subs today. If I had some gamer subs, I'd be in a lot better mood because gamer subs really helps energize me. But you know what else gets me in the spirits? It's crystal vodka. I am just laying out some of the best material of my life. And no one can stop me. Fuck. We got good game. You like good game? We got good game. Good game is game you want to play, so play our good game. Good game is a good time, so please play good game. Our good game. This cat? Oh, I thought I heard Stale. I guess you really didn't appreciate being picked up. If it was one of my classmates or someone I knew from my old town, I'd be concerned. If it's someone I don't know entirely, never met them before, I wouldn't mind. It would be creepy. But to me, people who know me, that'd be worse. I guess it wouldn't be worse, it'd just be annoying, I think. Yeah, to me, I think it'd just be annoying because I know a lot of people, because my high school is pretty small, so like pretty much got to know everyone. And here's the other thing that fucking annoy me. It's the fact that I'm about to say, I mean, very few of them I get along with, actually. And I can see the ones who would annoy me the most by them asking that question would ask me that question and say, "What'd I ever do to you?" And then there'd be the ones who, like, you know, feel hurt by that statement, thinking it's about them when it's not about them. Do you get that? Like, It's like me saying that. It's like everyone's gonna get the wrong message by that. And they're just gonna piss me off by doing that. It's like when someone asks you, "Hey, are you angry?" And you're not. And you're actually not, but you're like, "Hey, no, I'm not." And they just keep asking until you actually do get pissed. And then they go, "You see, you are pissed." It's like, motherfucker, because you kept asking and asking. And I kept telling you no. But for some fucking reason, you just couldn't. I don't know, man. I am angry now. I am angry now. Yeah. Like, the one guy whose wedding I went to. Oh, no, it wasn't a wedding. It was a celebration of his wedding, I think. No, I always like seeing that guy. He's a lot of fun. And, like, just hearing how well he's doing in his job and that he got married, it's like, oh, man, I'm fucking happy for you. So it's always a good time to see him. And I don't think he'd be one of the people who would, no, he probably would be. But with him, I wouldn't be, like, angry if he asked me, like, no, man, no, we get along. I think even by me saying, I think me saying that just in itself, like, you know, I went to his, like, wedding dinner thing. I think you know he'd be, like, the one person, "Oh, you met me?" He's like, "Yeah, of course I met you." No, I get along with him. Yeah, no. And then there's a few people who are older than me that I get along with, that I know from my school, because they're just generally cool. But the people who are my age or younger, no. No. Most of them I did. Most of them I'm like, I'd prefer if you never came back into my life. Like, there's one kid who contacted me just a while ago, and he got a mentor, and I don't like the idea of mentorships. Especially when you're trying to start a business. I really don't like it. It seems like he's fallen for the scam, and it's just like, I really wish you didn't do this to yourself. I really wish you didn't. Like, that's the thing. It's like, you're young, you want to make a lot of money, you know, and then someone comes up to you who's like, no, I believe in you. And you might not have heard those words before. Especially him, because he comes from an Asian family. So it's like, oh boy. You were such a good kid, but now you're trying to do a Ponzi scheme, probably. Or some kind of scheme, I don't know. At the end of the day, it's like, you wish they get out of it, but if they do go with it, you hope it's a legitimate thing, but most of the time it's not gonna be. Yeah. So yes. If someone came out of nowhere and called me Rikku, I'd be concerned. Because how'd they get this information? How do they know? Or is it someone who just lives in the apartment with me and they've heard that, like, I get called Rikku or whatever? But I mean, if it's a cute girl, then they know who I am. They know I'm a micro niche celebrity. Yeah. I definitely remember going over to my hometown, because I don't live too far away from it, to visit people. And I can say that I cannot think of a visit that I actually enjoyed and thought was worth the gas money. Because here's the thing. When I went to visit them typically, I was not very financially stable, but I still put aside some money to go see them. And every time, I just thought to myself, it wasn't worth it. Like, oh yeah, I haven't seen these guys in so long, you know, it'll be cool. There's only been one time when I went to go visit them where it's been worth it, and that's when we went hiking. That was worth it. But every other time I can think of where I put aside money... No, that was also the other thing. Did I have to pay for my own gas? I think I did. 69. Hell yeah. Like, yeah, the only time I can think of that was a good time to ever go over there was when we went hiking. And then every time after that, when I put aside money to go visit them and just do whatever, I never felt happy. Like, the only thought that was in my head was like, oh, it's nice to see you, but I wasn't happy. And like, it was only like, I think it was like a year or two after, no, I think it was like a year after the virus lockdown, where like things started to be lifted a bit. That's when we went hiking. But I can say from 2021 before, before 2021, I can say almost every time visiting them, it was never a good visit. It was always just, I did that. That was a thing I did. And now I've used money to do this. So yeah, I don't know what else much I can say about that. It's not like the people are. Yeah, the guys I used to hang out with aren't bad people. Most of them. One of them, as we've talked about, tried to get fucking sympathy sex during a wedding. And yeah, he tried to do. He did not get laid. And I hope he is suffering. I hope he is suffering from the consequences of his own actions. My favorite part about that stupid story is that he got our old coach involved. And the coach just told him, fucking make a decision and then own up to it. Because here's a fucking story. He got into a relationship with a girl that was psycho, apparently. In his own words. I've never met the woman. But he called her a psycho and, like, you know, someone that acted like she cared for him and then the next moment didn't. Which, with him being how he is, before I left or whatever, and before he went to the military, his idea of being wanted or desired probably just had to do with sex, so he can go fuck himself. It's like, oh, won't you do me? He's like, no, I'm tired from work. It's like, you don't love me anymore. It's like, okay, whatever. But yes, anyways. So, apparently this girl acted like she didn't want him, and then another day wanted him, and then, like, would, like, be with other guys as well. But apparently, at one point, while they're on and off again, she comes up to him and goes, I'm pregnant. And he's like, oh shit, and she's like, it's your kid. So then, and, oh my god. I heard this story when I was with my old math teacher. Like, I like talking to him. He was a great guy. But we had to have this one fucker who was just trying to, like, yeah, no. So we're at a bar just listening to the story, and it's just like, you know, like, I was really, like, you know, I didn't know what I was going to do, and then I talked to our old coach, and he was like, you know, you gotta choose what to do, and I said, alright, I'm going to be here for this kid. I'm going to be here for him. Here's the part that he mentioned later on, when the math teacher wasn't there. He might be there, but he might not be the dad in the house. Because she might be with someone else. And, like, he it's so hard to, it's so long ago, and I feel like I've repressed this memory without trying to repress it. But, like, he was trying to do something to be, like, the actual dad of the kid. But something she didn't want him to be the dad. So he just got himself into a bigger situation. And the last I heard about the situation was from the person whose wedding I went to, the dinner thing. Where he's like, he's acting a bit squirrely. He's just being a squirrely guy. And I tried to ask him what he meant by that, but he's just, you know, he's just being, and then he did almost the thing from Fantastic Mr. Fox where they say different. Except he didn't say different, and his hands just kind of did jazz hands. And he wouldn't elaborate. Him being him, I'm not surprised he did that. Because that's just kind of how he is, where you sometimes get answers, you sometimes don't, he just says things like this. But you kind of get an idea where it's like, the guy didn't want to invite him to the wedding dinner, but he kind of just did it. Yeah, fuck that guy. Not the guy who's winning dinner I went to, but the guy who tried to get sympathy sex during someone's wedding. Like when he's talking to the guys, or when he's talking to any guy, you know, it was, oh, you know, I'm going through this rough stuff or whatever, and like, oh yeah, my time and I think the Marines was awesome. I think he went to the Marines. Like, yeah, you know, I was just having the yield the sex. But then whenever a girl would join the conversation, it immediately turned into, you know, she's acting really hot and cold with me, you know, and you know, I'm just trying to be there, you know, trying to be supportive, you know, because they're my kid, you know, and I want to be part of their life. Now, some of you might be thinking, how is he trying to get sex out of this? So, because someone potentially will feel bad enough for him and try to comfort him. I'm pretty sure that didn't happen, and thank God that didn't. I hope he got punched at some point during the wedding. So kids, how'd you like that story? That'll be $5.95. Remember, you didn't tell me what story to tell, so I chose one myself, and you have to pay. Don't be shy now. The donation link's down below. Imagine one day there is just a donation link. And because I've just... See, a lot of the jokes I think of, they're only really funny when more people are involved. Because then you get a flood of messages in the chat going, but there's no donation. And it's like, yeah, just fuck you. And you know, I end up on like Reddit and like other messaging board places like, fuck this guy, he's not funny. I wanted to give him money, and then everyone else is like, bro, you trying to give a VTuber money? Fucking cringe. And you're gonna complain about not being able to give them money. How long have you been doing, Julie? pretty much 50 minutes. I don't know how to feel about that. And we've only gotten one level out of it. What's your favorite part of story time? Mine's the part where it's the story. And you're there listening. And it's just you. And it's... I was just reminded of the Crash Bandicoot thing. It's like, there's gonna be some haters. There's gonna be some darn haters. But there's gonna be you. And there's gonna be me. And there's gonna be the game. And he's just in some giant-ass Crash Bandicoot outfit. I think those commercials were really good. Whenever he was involved, it was just fun. It was just a good old time. Like, I'm now imagining, like, they do that same thing where they get, like, these big old costumes. And, like, they do it for, like, Dante and Bayonetta. And, you know, for the Dante one, it's just some dude with, like, a big pizza box and, like, the cutout mascot scene goes, so, you want some? Pretty good. Well, if you want some, you're gonna have to come get some. From Devil May Cry 5. You know something else I've had thoughts of doing? I don't know how we do this, but I want it so that reading dialogue isn't so fucking boring to me. And it's like, oh, we have to like kind of like pass through this. I want to get the Animal Crossing when animals are speaking noise, and I figure out like some way to incorporate it to whenever like I press a button, so that it'll advance the dialogue. But on OBS, you'll be also able to hear the blah, 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 blah. I think that'd be fun to do. In like text heavy games, just have that playing as you go, you know? Where like there's no voice acting, you know, it's just me reading, but instead of me having to read, it's just and we all agree that's the great. I'm glad you agreed. There's another thing I wanted to do. I know the Animal Crossing is one, but I'm trying to think of the other one. Oh. Oh, someone's doing high elf. Oh, that's one way to get experience, I guess. I wonder what item they're alching. I know that's one way to, like, make Elgili a bit more tolerable, I guess. Is, like, you do high alchemy as you're running through, so you just click, 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 and then every once in a while when you need to, you click on these things. I forget what item you're supposed to high alch, or like if there's any actual stackable item you can have that you can just high alch. Unless this is like a method of where you're just expected to lose money, but hey, you'll get some experience out of it. Also, have any of you ever tried old school RuneScape on your phone? It's pretty good, actually. I think they made some adjustments to the mobile client, so that some of the things you get here on RuneLite, you're able to do on old school RuneScape now. Like, you're not able to do the HC thing, but you're able to do, like, I think you're able to tag some tiles, and some other things. I forget what's innate to old school RuneScape, and what, you know, actually belongs to RuneLite in terms of features. Like, I want to say one thing is, like, being able to see some of the items on the ground, or like having some notification on what's there instead of having to click it. It's like, oh no, that's what's there. Because I remember when I used it, I think in 2019, I think? 2019 or early 2020. It was just pretty much the bare bone game. I think it was on modern layout, I think. I don't think it was looking like this. And like, you know, you're just able to play the game. But now they've added some things, so oh wait, no. Did they add it to mobile, or did they add it to their own launcher on the PC? Huh. I need to check on the mobile version. I need to see if that's how that's going. Maybe do some of these grinds on my phone. You know, just sit back on the couch, potentially watch something on the TV. Oh yeah, I've also picked up Punishing Gray Ravens again. I don't know if most of you remember, but I did a stream of it like one random night during the summer. I have to tell you, I hated that game after like finishing the event, because I hated the first event that came out of that game. Like, I just really hated the music. Just something about it just made me hate it. Like, I know the music finally got to me after a while, because it was just the same one, and then like you needed to farm some stages, and I think you couldn't do the thing right now where like you can challenge a stage multiple times in a row. Like, it doesn't take you out of the menu. You stay right there and you just get more enemy waves. Like, I don't think that was a feature. So like, if I had 5 runs to do, I had to do the run, go to the credits, hop back into the level, go through the credits and all of that. And you just kept hearing the same song over and over again. And it was pretty grating. Like, it was a good song, but the way they did that whole event, I just came to hate it. Like, I remember, this was it. I came back into this game like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And like, in my head, I heard that song playing the game. And I immediately started hating the game again. But then like, as I saw they made a few changes, you know, and started playing some of the new characters, like, okay. This is getting better, you know, this is going good. And now with the new event they have going out right now, like, I can do my stage runs in like 5 minutes or whatever, really easy, and I don't have to get annoyed with the OST. And if I want to spend more time in the game, I have that option. I can still make progress. Yeah. Oh, that first event. Holy crap. Like, oh my gosh, we released this really cool character. I want them. I'm gonna go get them. Alright, I did the grind and everything, but man. That event made me hate this game, so I'm just not gonna play it for a year. No, I picked this game up like a month ago, I think, actually. And then what happened was, I remember the song, and I actually dropped it for like 2 weeks. And then now, I'm playing consistently. And Punishing Gray Ravens. It's a good game. It's a good game. But, ooh. Oh boy. Also, I didn't like the idea of having so many different elemental teams. I know it's a gacha, but... Also, the idea of having to play every day, which was stupid of me, because if you played every day and just did the minimum, you'd be able to get all S-rank characters whenever they came out. You'd be able to get 1 copy. Guaranteed. But I guess that was during like the phase where Genshin was still in my mind. And the idea of playing Genshin every day, I was like, oof, I fucking hate it. I guess that was just the time where I was playing a bunch of gacha games. Because, you know, I spent some money on there, so I felt like I would be losing the money. But then, when I was able to drop Fate Grand Order, that was the moment of like, okay, I can drop any mobile game at this point. Because Fate Grand Order is the hardest one, because I spent a lot of money on that one early on. And then, you know, you hear about the sunk cost fallacy, and you're like, no, it doesn't apply to me. And then you're like, listen, you don't like playing this, you don't really play it, just drop it. Which is also why I'm proud to have been able to drop Genshin Impact. Because I did what I set out to. I got my character, I played with them, I got to play with them for a bit of time, you know? And then before that, I had plenty of fun playing as Kaching and Hu Tao. And then when I learned that they're just not going to add in interesting content, for me at least, I was able to drop it. Because in Punishing Gray Ravens, one of the things I like to do is, you know, fighting. So I'm able to do lots of fighting in that game. And like, you know, I'm actually feel like I'm being tested a bit. Especially in a thing called Warzone, where you're trying to see how many waves of enemies you can beat. And there's different things you can do to optimize. So I was like, okay, I'm actually feeling like I'm getting better. I'm trying to like use my skills at more appropriate times. And I'll actually be awarded for it. I might not be able to get second or third place, but I will have more points from last time, meaning that I did do something right. I am getting better, or that I got more lucky, or that I did get more lucky, but also that I use those opportunities better. Like, it felt rewarding. Like, these last few weeks, as I'm doing Warzone, because I remember I did them at the start, those were just kind of things I felt like, they're just kind of time wasters. But now, after having all that time of Genshin, playing Tower of Fantasy, and a few other games, it's like, no. Punishing Grey Raven is actually doing the smart thing of like, hey, we want you to feel motivated to play. We want you to actually, want to play. So here are some minor things, but overall will help you want to play. And like, oh, you'll never win against the whales. Like, that's not the point. That has never been the point. For me at least, because as you've seen how I play a lot of things, if I think something's cool, I'm gonna play with that. And a team I'm going to be using in that team in the next few months as characters start coming out is nowhere near optimal. It'll have some really good characters, but it's not because the characters are great that I like them. I just like the characters themselves. And for me, the objective is not to beat the whale. Like, they'll just have higher damage and whatever. But I will be able to beat them if they aren't willing to optimize like me. Because I want to see how far I can push the team that I make. Like the one team I made for Hu Tao, where it's Hu Tao, Waterboy, Raiden or Lisa, and Fischl. I think for Fischl you want some... I think you want Zhong Li, Venti... I don't know who else because I don't know the meta team for Hu Tao, but like I just made a team where it's like, oh hey, that really cool Hu Tao has where she makes her spear into fire and she does a lot of damage at lower health. Like, that's real cool. I want to do that. I want to use her skill more often. So what I do, I gave her the artifact set, which lowers her cooldown for her skill by like 0.8 seconds. Every time you trigger like an electro-based reaction. So what that do for me? I pretty much had her skill, if I was constantly attacking, which isn't that hard. I had it at like 80% uptime, 80 to 70. And like, that's considering how much time I actually had Hu Tao on field for and the time she was off as well. Because what ended up happening is I'd very quickly do everyone else's skill, hop off them, and then I'd just be able to use Hu Tao's skill again, and that was the rotation. And then sometimes I wouldn't even hop off Hu Tao, I'd just use her skill again. That's one of the things I don't like about Genshin Impact, that I like a bit more in Honkai Impact and a lot more in Punishing Grey Raven, is that I don't have to hop off my main character, or the character I want to play as most, in Honkai and Punishing Grey Ravens. In Grey Ravens, you're able to kind of have it so that your support characters come on the field whenever they need to, but they don't really do anything. Like, they'll do an action and then they're off, but you don't hop off your main character though. They'll just do an attack, a QTE. So every character has a skill where if you do a certain action, you can tap on their icon and they'll hop into battle, but they'll just do an attack. And then you're still controlling your character. In Honkai Impact, they've started to add more of those characters where you don't need to bring them in. You can just you can just be on your one character, which is something I really appreciate. And I kind of like that in Honkai Impact. Pursuer of Sentience can be played. You can either have her out the whole time, or you can have her out and then switch to like your main DPS. But the way I like to play her is, I now have another character I actually like playing. So what I'll do is like, oh, I'm kind of feel like switching to the other character right now. I'll switch to the other character. Is it optimal? No, but I'm allowed to do it. So yeah, Genshin, I don't like that you have 4 characters and that you have to switch. I don't know why it got to me so much. But like that slight pause and that ting that happened when you switch characters, I really came to hate that. Also, I wish I liked Honkai Impact more, but I just do not care for the content they are putting out. Like, maybe if I adopt the mentality I have for Punishing Gray Ravens right now, I'd like it a lot more. But right now, like, I thinking back at it, it's like I do not like how it plays compared to Punishing Gray Ravens. But who knows? I'll give it. I'll give it a shot either today or tomorrow. I don't know if that's gonna be the stream, but I'm gonna give it a shot. I do love First Year Sentence. I do love how they play. I love it. I just wish they're in the different. For right now, I just wish they're in a different game. Alright. Oh, I might end streaming a bit. I'm actually surprised how much talking I did on this stream. About just whatever. Hopefully you had fun listening to my rambling. Yeah, no. I just found things to talk about and I talked about them. Is this what the kid would call a Zatsudan? Where you have topics in mind and just speak on them? It all started with rune crafting. Did it start with rune crafting? Oh yeah, it did. Also, like that I told you I wanted to fight greater demons, and here I am just doing agility training. Ow. Yeah, I switched over the Vermintide, or I switched to the Vermintide stream. I don't know if I'm actually gonna play that this week. I have to be honest, I don't know, I'm just in the kind of the RuneScape mood for stream. So I might not have another RuneScape week. I might have to make another thumbnail that says RuneScape week. Will be the objective? No idea. It definitely won't be Hammer week again, because fuck getting that hammer. Do any of you even remember the hammer grind? Because thankfully I don't remember most of it. I remember like one instance, and that's it. And I'm glad I only remember like the one instance of me going down to try to farm the hammer. No, I figure out what I'm gonna do. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Huh? What are you gonna do, you little piss baby? You gonna piss yourself like the baby you are? You're gonna make rune armor. You're gonna get to 99 smithing. Okay, yeah, smithing helps. Also, Pivot, here's a little fun fact about smithing. So you know those Barrows armors you want? If you get construction up to like, I don't know, 40, 45, I think, you'll be able to repair the Barrows armors yourself, and for half the cost of what NPCs will do for you. So you will save a lot of money if you do that. Also, you'll make some decent money. Yeah. Yeah, so I guess if you're going to use Barrows armors for long term, it saves you some money. It also saves you some money on other things. I don't know what else though. Oh wait, no. So since you're not using the Grand Exchange, some weapons, in order to put them together to get like the super weapon or armor, you need high smithing. So that's also not a bad goal. Smithing and crafting would be ideal. I'm gonna hop. I think as soon as I end the stream, I'm gonna hop onto Honkai Impact and then just start playing it how I want. Your first 99s will probably be smithing. And well, if you do that, you'll make a lot of money. I think I don't know about. I don't know actually. I don't know how profitable mining and smithing are, but I mean, if you're able to get everything yourself at that point. I think there's a mini game for smithing, and there's an activity for mining called Motherlode Mines. I think. I don't know. That's the thing you'd have to check. But for mining, you get an outfit that gives you like 5% more experience for every ore you mine. And then smithing, I think, gives you that as well if you do the Giant's Foundry. You also get a cool sword, so... I mean, I think it's worth it. Apparently the sword's really good, actually. Especially when you're fighting, like, big monsters. Yeah, I guess the first one that makes sense to get is mining. Because then you can just get all the ores you need for smithing, or you just do them both at the same time. Alright. I'm going to end stream right here. I'm going to update Honkai and see how it is and enjoy the characters that I have. But everyone, thank you for joining me. Hope you have a good day. I'll be back tomorrow. I probably won't have the TV up again, unless I can kind of get it better sorted out. But either way, thank you all for coming, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.